Is, have you ever heard of self-publishing books on Amazon? Probably not. That's a good thing because it means that there's a lot less competition and it's a lot less saturated than those other online businesses that people are going to talk about for 2020, like dropshipping, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing. When it comes to self-publishing books on Amazon, Audible, and a couple other platforms that I'll talk about, it's virtually untapped compared to like dropshipping and FBA especially, which are super popular these days. Publishing is new and fresh. So you're probably wondering, like, what is publishing? Basically, you create, publish, and sell ebooks, paperback books, and audiobooks on a variety of different platforms on the internet, including Amazon, Audible. You publish through different things called like Ingram Spark, which is for a different video. I'll get into what those are in later videos, but today we're just talking about what this business model is. And basically you earn what's called a royalty from each sale of these books. So basically it's a percentage of the sale. I've been doing this self-publishing model since September of 2019, so I'm relatively new at it, but I've already seen results from it. So that's why I'm such an advocate of self-publishing books. I've tried all the other things, okay? I've tried Amazon FBA. I lost like $3,000 trying to do that 2 years ago, and I was like 18. And that hurt. I've tried dropshipping for years, and I've had some success with it with like print on demand and stuff like that. But in my opinion, the best business model for online entrepreneurs for 2020, that is beginner friendly, like anyone can do this, is self-publishing books on Amazon. So in this video, I'm going to get into what makes it so beginner friendly, the pros, and then the cons of self-publishing, because it's not for everyone. Not every single business is for everyone. So we're going to get into all those different things to see if it's for you and if it's something that interests you and something that you should try to do in 2020 to make some money. Now, if you don't believe what I'm saying about publishing and that it's like the best online business for beginners, I was a beginner back in September, and I'll show you my screenshot of my months as I've progressed here. This is September, October, November, December, which was nuts, and then January, which was just this past month. It is February 2020. So it's been 5 months publishing. Those are all screenshots of the royalties that I've made from books that I've been selling. And you can see how my income gradually went up every single month, except for like December, which is Christmas time. It's a lot more busy. You can make a lot more money there. But if you compare my November numbers to January, they consistently go up every single month. And I've only been doing this for 5 months, and I've made that much money off of publishing books. And I was brand new to it in September. So the first thing I want to get into is what makes this business so beginner friendly. One of the main reasons why I love it so much in comparison to those other business models, because there is absolutely, well, there can be if you take it to the next step, but at the beginning, there's absolutely no customer service required. Amazon prints and fulfills every single order that every single sale that you make, they fulfill that order and they ship it to the person. It's print on demand. They're going to print your book at their Amazon facility and send it to your customer. You don't have to talk to your customer. You don't have to do anything with your customer. Amazon deals with returns, all this kind of thing. Like, you don't have to do anything. So it's similar to FBA in that way. It is through Amazon, so it's very similar, but it's not like selling physical products. Well, it is selling physical products, but it's not selling those other products. It's selling books exclusively. Another thing is that you don't have to deal with complicated things like Facebook ads and Google ads, which is like the heart and soul of Shopify dropshipping. If you don't know how to do those things, you will not get any sales. With book publishing, you don't have to do those at all, and you can still get sales. You deal with Amazon's advertising platform, which is super beginner friendly compared to Facebook and Google. Another thing is that the barrier for entry is very low when it comes to publishing. It doesn't take much of an initial investment. You can do this for $1,000 to $1,500 easily. With that kind of money up front, you can get started in making books and publishing them and making royalties. When it comes to doing this for free, you can also do that. You can write your own books, which is something that is another topic to go into for a different video. And I mean, I'd recommend hiring a professional to write your books. That's where the money comes in. That's where it'll speed the process up. But if you want to do this all for free, you definitely can. You don't have to do any startup income at all. And the last reason why it is so beginner friendly is because it teaches you the fundamentals to business very well. Like, you're hiring people, you're outsourcing people through different platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. You're dealing with a lot of communication back and forth between these different people. You're learning how to distribute products. You're learning how to brand your own products to sell to customers. And I think that as a first business, this is excellent if you're trying to learn how to get into there. Self-publishing books is very beginner friendly, and it's why I've done well with it in such a short amount of time. That's why it's so beginner friendly. Let's get into the pros as to why it is such a good online business to start in 2020. Okay, so the first pro is going to be what I mentioned before. There's super low competition compared to Shopify dropshipping and Amazon FBA. Way less saturated. I mean, self-publishing has been around forever, and it's still like under the radar. Not many people know about this, and when I first learned about it, my mind was blown because this is coming from someone who is all about Shopify, all about Amazon FBA, and never even knew about these kind of things, about publishing. And once I learned about it, it's like, wow, this makes a lot more sense. It's a lot more simple, and it's very beginner friendly, and there's little competition. So I mean, you can get into this and start making money with it. And another thing related to the beginner friendly thing with the Pro is that there's no dealing with customer service, shipping, fulfilling orders. Amazon does all of this for you. So I mean, that is amazing, and it takes a lot of the headache out of it. Like with Shopify, you're dealing with angry customers all the time because you're shipping things from China, and it's going to take like 2 to 3 weeks just to get their product. Amazon is so much faster, and the customer service, like when someone buys from Amazon, you already have that assurance that it's Amazon. They know that it's going to be a good quality product. The customer already comes into the sale knowing that they're getting good quality from the platform that they're buying from, rather than some shady Shopify dropshipping store. And another pro is that I've got this from my mentors, the Mickelson twins. I'll link their channel down below. Publishing is an ROI machine. They said this so many times to me, and it just makes so much sense. When you publish a book onto Amazon, it is out there forever. Like you pay for it up front, and then it's on the platform. Amazon, Audible, Ingram Spark, or Apple Books, whatever you're putting your book onto, it's on there forever. Like within reason, there could be reasons that it gets taken down or something like that. But for the most part, a book that's on Amazon is on there forever, and you're making money. There's no more money to pay other than if you're doing like Amazon ads, which you'll have to do at the start. But you can always try and get that book ranking on the first page. And if it's ranking organically on Amazon, like you're making money from that with like no money going into it other than the first initial investment that you made. But for 1, 2, 5 years down the line, you could still be making money from this one book. So I mean, the compound effect and how much of an ROI publishing books is, it's insane. And the next thing that's so great about publishing is that it creates multiple income streams for you. And what I mean by this is that one book can create so many income streams. You can make an ebook, a paperback book, a hardback book, an audio book, and you can distribute this to different platforms too. There's so many different ways to make money off of one single book. Imagine if you have 10 books, you could have like so many different streams of income coming in. And each one of those books has its own little stream of income. Publishing is like a tree that's growing up, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as you grow the business down the line. It's insane how many income streams you can get from just one single book. Another pro is that since Amazon is so big, there's thousands of profitable keywords and different niches you can go into with publishing and make money with. Like, it's insane. And one thing that I enjoy about it so much is that you can pick a keyword that you're interested in, make a book about it, and actually learn more information about that keyword while you're making the book. And once you start selling it, like, you're providing value to people, you're adding value to their lives. You're not just like tricking them into buying some shitty product from China that literally breaks while it's shipping to their house in the US. You're actually selling them things that they like. You're providing information that adds value to their lives. So I mean, it's a lot more fulfilling, and it's something that I actually enjoy doing, and something that I've stuck to now, and I really like publishing books. Now it's time to get into some of the cons when it comes to publishing books, because not every business is for everyone. I understand that. So I want to make sure that it's clear to you that, like, you know what you're getting yourself into when it comes to publishing books. If you're looking to do this in 2020, there are some things to keep in mind that might make it something that's not really for you. First things first, like the twins always told me, it's not going to make you a millionaire. Now it might. There's a chance. Anything can make you a millionaire if you get lucky enough or you work hard enough, but publishing is more making you a steady income. You can make 5, even 6 figures a year steadily with publishing. Now I realize that can make you a millionaire in the long run, but lots of people want to be a millionaire in their first year with a business, and it's not going to happen with publishing. It's a patience game, but it's a steady and such a consistent income source. I seriously think it's the best thing for beginners in 2020. Now, another thing is going to be the startup costs, like I mentioned before. You're going to want to have at least 1,000 to like 2,000 USD to really get your feet wet and really get started, and that's a good amount to be investing into publishing right off the bat. Now, if you can't do this, you can always publish books for free. You can write them yourself, do all the cover design yourself. You can do everything yourself, which is a nice thing about publishing. If you don't have any money, you can also do this business. It's just going to take a lot more work, but if you have it in you, then why not do it? Another thing to keep in mind is that it can be a long process, and it will be a long process from the beginning. So you're going to need patience with this business model. A lot of people see like Shopify dropshipping stores, and people are just flashing their numbers. Like they made 10K in the first month, which can happen. Like you can scale that business insane. It's like exponential. But the longevity of it is nowhere near publishing. But anyways, back to my point. When it comes to being a long process, for example, Amazon, like once you publish your first book and start making money off that first month. So for example, in September, I made like $400. No, I don't even remember what my income. It was like $1,000 off of Amazon off one book. I don't get paid for that for 60 days. So I don't get paid for that September month until the end of November. So 60 days you don't get paid for on Amazon. So it takes a while to start seeing your money come back, which can be a good thing because a lot of people are going to be scared of this and just not even do it. So that's less competition for you anyways. If you have patience in you, you can wait and you can get paid. You're going to make a lot of money. Like there's not going to be less competition. When it comes to another thing is like Audible, they don't pay you for 30 days. So during the month of September, when I had my book on Audible, I don't get paid for that until the end of October, which was like $400, I think, or something like that. So yeah, it takes some patience, it takes a lot of work and a lot of discipline, but when you get paid, it's so rewarding. And like, it's such a more rewarding business model that you add value to people's lives than any other thing that I've done online. That whole like waiting for 60 days to get paid is not even an obstacle. I don't even care personally, but something that might bug you, so I want to mention it. Another thing is that you're hiring different freelancers from all over the world using like Upwork and Fiverr. And I've experienced very good, high quality freelancers that I've worked with, ghostwriters, cover designers, whatever it may be, editors, proofreaders, whoever you're hiring, but you're always running the risk of hiring someone that you're not going to get along with. And some can be difficult to deal with. Some of them might not even speak English. It could be difficult to communicate. So you have to take that into consideration when you're going to publishing. You're hiring a lot of people. You're doing a lot of outsourcing. That's with any business. So if you're hiring someone, you're taking a risk. You don't know what they're going to be like in the long run. And the last thing is that it's tough to do without a little bit of guidance. I took a course to get into it, the Mickelson Twins course, and I learned a lot from it. There's just so many different avenues you can take when it comes to self-publishing and so many different business models within self-publishing. You're gonna want some guidance to get yourself in the front door quicker, because if you don't have any, you're gonna spend a lot of time going through different YouTube videos with different business models, different styles of publishing until you actually decide on one thing that you can do. If you have some guidance or a course or something like that, it's going to make this process a lot easier. You're going to be able to step right into publishing rather than wasting all this time figuring out what to do and wasting a lot of money too, because you're not really sure what's going to work and what's not. I mean, a course is something that definitely is something that you want to take into consideration. Kind of a con, but it's not. I mean, you're learning and you're learning a new thing. And once you invest in that course, or it could be a free course, but if you invest in a course, then you're kind of dialed in, you're invested. And you're going to want to make money even more because you've already spent all that money on the course. You might as well get into it and start making money with the business model. So those are my main points. Why it's so beginner friendly, the pros and the cons when it comes to self-publishing books on Amazon, Audible, Ingram Spark. Those are just different platforms you can make money off of with publishing books. There's so many more I'm going to go into in future videos that I don't want to get into today because it's a lot to talk about in one video. I hope this cleared some things up for you. This is why publishing is the best online business for beginners in 2020. Get into it. It's super fresh. It's super new. Like, now is the best time. Do not wait. Just think about a year from now, you could be making a bunch of money off of publishing rather than just sitting around doing nothing. I started publishing back in September. It's only been 5 months and I've already made all that money off of it. There's so much potential with online self-publishing that it's crazy compared to those other businesses. Just think about, like, the first people who've discovered Shopify dropshipping and Amazon FBA are making millions now. They're making so much money off of not even those business models, but they've progressed into new, bigger things. And I see that same kind of thing happening with publishing right now. It's so new that people who are getting into it right now are kind of like going to pioneer self-publishing and then move on to more successful, bigger businesses down the line. So, I mean, no better time to start than now. I think it's a no-brainer to at least try self-publishing for 2020. But that is all I have for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Lots of talking, lots of pros, lots of cons. If you want to check out some behind the scenes stuff or just more about me, my Instagram is right here. You can check it out at DammItBeth. If you didn't yet, make sure you subscribe, like the video. If you like the content, I post these self-publishing videos every other week, and then every other week I post personal health kind of videos. Last week's video was all about how to get up early before 6 a.m. Stuff like that. That's it for today. I'm gonna stop talking, and I hope to see you next week. See you later.